am back, and I wanted to do a video on my favorite brushes because every time I do makeup tutorials and stuff, you guys are always asking me what brush is that and stuff like that. So I just figured I should do a brush video. Plus I've never done one, which is crazy to me. Before we get into that, I wanted to tell you guys about FitBird. I love FitBird. It comes in this really cute sleek velvet pouch. And basically what this is a subscription service where you can get a designer fragrance every month for $14.95 a month. This time I got mine in a white packaging. Sometimes you can get them in different colors, and they do also sell the cases in different colors if you would like to choose something else. Like they have pink, purple, teal, all types of colors. And basically what you do is just twist it and then it will pop up, and then this is where you can spray it from. On the site they have over hundreds of fragrances. I have tried them out before. I know that it's definitely legit, and you actually get more product in here than you would in a traditional like roller ball or whatever that you can pick up like at Sephora. Or even when you go to a department store and you want to get a sample of a perfume before you actually try it out, you only get just a little bit in there that you can use maybe like 2 or 3 times. With this, you get a sample size that you can use for a whole month. So this is actually quite a bit, but you can get a designer fragrance in here so that you can test it out before you actually buy the full item. Because you guys know designer fragrances can be like $60 to $100 or even more than that. One that I got is by Moschino, and this is the Moschino Fresh Culture. I've seen a lot of people with this perfume. It's a really cute bottle. And this one just has a really fresh scent. It kind of reminds me of the MAC Turquatic perfume, if anyone has that. And basically what you would do is you just twist it, and then you can actually pull this out to interchange them throughout the months. Like whenever you get a new one, if you want to continue to use your white case, you can switch them out, throw this in your purse. You can also travel with this in the airport. Like you can keep it in your carry-on bag and everything, because it's just the perfect size. And the amount of product that you get in here is 8 milliliters, which is 0.27 fluid ounces for anyone who is wondering. So it's basically like a vial that they fill up with the designer fragrance of your choice. You can choose whatever scent you want to get for the month, and it's going to be the actual real fragrance. And it will last you for a month if you use it every day. And then if you love it so much, you can go out and purchase the real thing, because you already know that you really like the scent. And if not, then you could just get another FitBird and try something else out until you find something that you really want, and then purchase the real full-size bottle. So definitely check out FitBird. I will have the links listed down below for you guys where you can sign up. So let's jump into my brushes. My daily brushes that I use, I just keep them on my vanity, and I keep them in this really pretty blinged out cup. This cup is from Bling and Accessories, and I did have it custom made for me. If you guys don't know, she always makes phone cases and things for me. I also have that really pretty Hello Kitty mirror that she also made for me. So yeah, I keep my daily brushes in here. I actually dropped it and kind of broke it on the side, but you really can't tell, so I'm just going to keep using it like it never happened. So in here I just have my daily brushes that I always use, and as you guys can see over there, I have a lot of my other brushes that are just in my collection. And anytime that these are super dirty and I don't feel like cleaning them, then sometimes I'll reach for those. But mostly on a daily basis, these are the brushes that I will always use. So I'm just going to start off with face brushes first, just because they're the largest brushes, to get them out of the way. So this is my absolute favorite powder brush for all over the face. This is a no-name brush. This is from eBay. I will try to put a link down below for you guys, but it is designed like the It Cosmetics powder brush, and it's just really, really big. As you guys can see, it covers a lot of the face, so you're going to be able to put your powder on really easily. I like to swirl in the powder and then kind of pounce it onto the skin. Love this brush. It's amazing. It's a synthetic brush, and it just feels really good. It's really soft, and on eBay I believe this brush is only like $2 or $3, something like that. Really, really cheap. I need to get a backup of it before you guys go and buy them all. But yeah, I love this brush, and it's a really pretty sleek silver handle as well. And then also for contouring, this is one of my favorite brushes that I like to use for bronzer. Lately I haven't used it. If you guys can see, it is completely clean. I just cleaned my brushes recently, but they have been used. But this one I haven't used because I haven't really been using this a lot for my bronzer lately. But this brush is by Sedona Lace, and this is the FB01 brush. For my absolute favorite contour and bronzing brush, it is the NARS Ida brush. I love, love, love this brush. This brush is kind of expensive. It's around $50, but it is amazing. I do find that whenever I wash it, I will get some strands out, but it's not anything crazy. It hasn't gotten super small or anything, but this is perfect for contouring. I feel like this really applies the color well, and it also blends it out really nicely. And I love to use this for bronzer as well as contour. It's just really, really good. They do have some replica versions of this. I don't own one to tell you guys if it is as good, but I really love this brush. The hairs on it are really soft, but they're not like synthetic. These are like natural hair. And yeah, this is a really well-made brush. I feel like I can have this forever and ever, and I will always continue to be able to use this. So I love this. The other face brush that I really love is the MAC 127 brush. This is a double-sided brush. It does have a natural hair side, and then it also has synthetic hair on the other side. It is kind of like a flat brush, if you guys can see that. I really love this brush for blush, and I like to kind of pat the blush on or go in a circular type of motion with it, because it gives you a really nice blended blush look, and it doesn't look like you got punched or anything. I love this brush for that. And then on the opposite side, I use the synthetic side to apply my highlight with, and it works really good for that. So yeah, this is a really good brush. You can use it for multiple things, but those are the two things that I love this brush for the most. This is a really nice brush. Definitely recommend it. I had one before that Versace chewed up, and I actually went out and purchased another one. So I really love this brush. Another highlighting brush that I like to use, because if you guys don't know, I am extra and I will use 2 highlighting brushes as well as several different highlights to get that bomb glow. So this is the Anastasia A23 brush, and this brush is really bomb. This came out whenever they came out with their illuminators, but this just works really good. It's kind of like a little dome shape, but then it's also kind of pinched in as well. So this is just really good for highlighting. I use this today as well. I really love this one with loose powders as well. It works really good for that also. If you guys are wondering, my highlight is the Inglot Sparkling Dust in 01, I believe. So yeah, I love that brush. Also, another face brush, I love this brush to set my under eyes with. Well, actually I will set it with a sponge, and then to sweep the powder off, I will use this brush. So this is the Real Techniques setting brush, and yeah, it's just perfect for it. It just fits perfectly underneath the eyes. Also, before, whenever I was using a brush to apply powder under my eyes, I liked this brush as well, but now I apply it with a sponge, and I just use this to sweep it off. So love this. Those are all of the face brushes. So now we're going to get into eye brushes. Start off with, as far as eyebrows, I don't really use an eyebrow brush because I have been using my Brow Wiz by Anastasia, and I just pretty much use that. I haven't been using a powder or a pomade or anything. Next, I will use a concealer to clean up the brows, and this is my favorite concealer brush. This is also by Anastasia, and this is the number 18 brush. Their brushes are actually really nice. This is a really nice flat synthetic brush, and I find that it just works really good at cleaning up my eyebrows and everything. So I love this brush for that. Next, to apply a base on my eyes, which I actually use concealer for. Sometimes I'll use a base. I believe this is the Real Techniques Dome Shadow Brush. I really can't see the name because it's rubbing off, but it's just a synthetic brush which works really good at packing on cream products. So I like to use this for my concealer, and then it also helps to blend it out as well. And then I will go ahead and set that with a powder. So next, I'm going to move into my blending brushes. I do have quite a few different blending brushes, and then I do have some that I'm kind of like just really getting into using, but my absolute faves are these. And this is the MAC 224 brush, and this Sedona Lace 863 brush. They're very similar. This is the MAC one, and this is the Sedona Lace one. The MAC brush is fatter on the handle, as well as the brush is a little bit wider as well, which I've had this one for a very long time, so I'm sure that some of the hairs have came out. But the MAC one seems to be a little bit more dense than the Sedona Lace one, but they're pretty much like the same type of brush. And I love these blending brushes for laying down color and just blending out everything. So I love those. And then also there are these brushes that are by Makeup Addiction. All of these came in a set with some other brushes, but I really like these two the most, so I'm not really going to show this one. This one is the Expert blender, and this one is the tapered blender. And this one is kind of like, it seems kind of dual fiber because some of the hairs seem longer than others. So I feel like you really get a nice blown out look with this one. Hairs on both of these seem kind of uneven, so I feel like it really blends it and gives you a nice blown out type of look. So these brushes are really nice as well for makeup addiction. Also, to apply my highlight on my brow bone, I really like this brush, which is by the Pretty Bar. And it doesn't have a specific name, but it's just like a little packing brush. I also like this to pack color on the lid as well, but I like to keep this brush really clean and like with a neutral cream type of color. So I only use this on the lid if I'm using something, you know, similar to like my brow bone color. So love this brush. Also, for the crease, to deepen up the crease even more, I really love this Sigma Blending E25 brush. I do have this in a full size, but I like to use the little one for some reason. I just always have. And then another similar brush is the MAC 217 brush as well. If you can see, these are pretty much the same. The MAC one is bigger though, like it has more hairs and it's more dense. So yeah, I love both of these brushes, but I use the Sigma one the most. Also, to deepen up the crease even more, if I want to cut my crease a little bit but kind of like blend it, I will use the Sedona Lace EB09 brush. This one is really flat and pinched, but it's still a nice blending brush. So I love this one as well, just to get really in the crease. And for our eyeliner brush, I love the Sedona Lace EB19 brush, which is a bent liner brush. I'm sorry if you guys really can't see, but I'm just kind of going through the brushes so you guys can really know what exactly I use. This one is bomb. It's a synthetic brush, works great with gel and cream type of products. So love this one. On the lid, to clean it up whenever I'm using concealer or anything that I want to do really sharp, I will use this Real Techniques brush, and this is the detailer brush. It's a really small little synthetic brush, and I will use this to clean up the lid and really get the crease nice and defined and everything. I use this one today. And then an alternative to that I like to use is this brush. This one just says Manji 862 sponge eyeshadow brush, MAANGEE, if anyone is looking for it. I got this from one of those websites that sells like clothes and stuff, but they also have brushes and everything. I can't remember which site I got it from. I really like the eyeshadow side of this brush. It really packs on color really well, so I like to use this to pack colors on. Also use it with cream eyeshadows or cream products. And then it also has a sponge side, which I know a lot of people hate sponges, but I really love this sponge to use with the ColourPop shadows and any shadows that are similar to that. It really works really good with a sponge tip. So I do also have another sponge tip in here, which this one is by Delium Tools, and this is the 740. This one is a lot better quality of a sponge than the other one, so I really like this one. Also, to do my inner corner highlight, I like to use this brush, and this is from the Pretty Bar, and it's just like a pointed brush. Works really good, gets right in that corner, so love this one. On my lower lash line, I love these two brushes. This one is the Sigma Sharp Shader brush, and this one is really tightly packed and everything, so I feel like it really gets the color right where I want it at. And then as far as blending it out, if I want it more blown out, I will use the Sigma EB21 brush. And this one kind of gives me a feel like a duo fiber type of brush where the bristles aren't even. So it really gives you that nice blended blown out type of look. So I love using these two on my lower lash line. There are some other brushes that I don't really use that I probably need to filter out that kind of just got thrown in here. I did kind of use this one today. I have been kind of liking this to put some color on the lid. This is the Anastasia brush. It doesn't have a name or anything. This is one of those ones that comes with the shadow palettes. And then also I have another spoolie in here, which I like to use this spoolie to clean my nose ring, which sounds really weird, but like after I put my foundation on and everything, foundation will get in my nose ring. So I will kind of use this to kind of clean it off, and then I'll use like a Q-tip to really get everything off. But I feel like this breaks up everything and gets it nice and sparkly again so that it's not like covered with the foundation. So I use that for that. And then also I just have this brush that is from a Sonia Kashuk set, and sometimes I will use this to set my eyes after I've applied my concealer with just like a translucent powder. So I just use that. It's just like a fluffy blending brush. I think that's pretty much it. A lot of these other brushes are brushes that I don't really use. I do also like this brush to contour my nose whenever I'm gonna do so. A lot of times I don't. I just do like the reverse contour thing where the concealer kind of becomes my contour. But whenever I do apply a powder or something, I will use this brush. This is the Pretty Bar brush, and this is just like a really dense eyeshadow brush, and it's like a large C shape. So I will use this to contour my nose, and it also works good to blend it out as well. These brushes don't really count because they're not really brushes that I use. So that's all of the brushes that I use like on a daily basis. And yeah, if you guys have questions, leave them down below. I will try to link all of the sites that you can get these brushes from. For the main part, most of my brushes are MAC, Real Techniques, Pretty Bar, Sedona Lace, and Sigma type brushes. So I'll try to put all those links down below for you guys if you're interested in checking out these. And then I also have a few Anastasia in there as well, and Makeup Addiction. So yeah, those are all of my brushes. If you dolls enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave some comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you dolls for watching. Bye dolls.